when I'm at the function, and the function is this podcast.
You totally set me up for that.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to AmityCast.
My name is Peaches Peach.
I'm Peach and he's Bowser. Wait, no. I'm Anya Taylor-Joy and he's Jack Black. Wait, also not that.
What did you say to me, bitch?
I said whatever I wanted.
Oh crap!
We're
We're not supposed to say that after like 2 minutes. Okay. So we saw a film made by Illumination.
Unfortunately, yes, it was.
Really different animation. Very good animation.
Yes.
I didn't know they could do that.
I know. It's like it's by far their best looking movie.
Like I genuinely I think I would have probably put this movie down a star if the animation wasn't so good.
Yeah,
it really enhanced it. And it really
Mm-hmm.
brought like the Mario world, I think, pretty well into animation, but like also like it felt like a mix up of a lot of stuff. It didn't feel like just like one like certain adaptation of it. So I like that too.
Yeah, I agree with that. It felt like a really expansive adaptation of that universe in a way that it feels inclusive to like a wide array of the games, which I really liked. And the style just worked really well. I think it looked great.
Yeah, I like the Mario Kart section, even though it felt a little bit shoehorned, but. Yeah, they even incorporated stuff from the other games pretty well. I liked how they like. I missed the first few minutes of this movie, but they like showed that like the different worlds like you travel in the games are kind of like their own like areas. Like Bowser's Castle, like literally floats around and stuff.
Yeah,
I like that. Are those penguins? Are those from the games? The Penguin Kingdom? I don't remember that.
Yeah, there's the penguins from what specific game are they again? I know they're from because there's penguins in Super Mario 64. There's penguins in like a lot of the Mario series. He's in a lot of games actually. There's literally a penguin suit in one of the games.
Yeah, the Wii one. I love the penguin suit. No, yeah, I love that item.
Yeah. And then yes, in Super Mario Galaxy, there's a whole like pretty much the Snow Kingdoms are like always have penguins in them. So
I hope they do. I hope they do Mario Galaxy stuff at some point.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
There's so much. There's so much potential with that. This just like to have fun with the Super Mario Galaxy has so many that's the thing. The Mario franchise is so massive. There's so many games, spin-off games, main title games. There's so many. There's so much.
They could literally they could do a whole Luigi's Mansion movie.
Yeah, they could do that.
And they kind of teased. I felt like I think there was a part where they kind of teased that almost because there's like he's in like a mansion or something, or he's like around ghosts. I was like, Brett.
Yeah, they kind of hinted at that a little bit. They definitely brought in the whole Luigi's a nervous scaredy cat thing. Charlie Day.
I thought he was a pretty good Luigi. He just wasn't in it much.
Yeah, he wasn't. That wasn't as much Luigi as you expect.
Because they replaced Peach with Luigi, like their role wise.
Yeah, they kind of did. It's kind of weird.
Which I liked, but I kind of also wanted more Luigi. But I did like that Peach just wasn't the annoying princess he had to save at the end. I guess.
Yeah. As far as the voice performances went, Chris Pratt was, I think, a lot better than most people expected.
Yeah, they really picked like the worst, like they really picked the worst like voice clips for the trailers because they were really bad. It was
Yeah, I
literally
mean, like
just Chris
that
Pratt.
Mushroom Kingdom hero thing. It's like I was like, so everybody was really upset about that. I was like, well, you do got to remember that this is a trailer, which means it's like only what they have so far. There's a lot. It's probably a long way to go. It's probably not at all what it's gonna sound like in the movie. And in the movie, it sounded a lot better. I mean, it wasn't obviously it wasn't perfect, but like, but I could tell it was Chris Pratt, but it wasn't like the type of thing where like it took me out of it at all. I definitely didn't dislike it. Charlie Day was great as Luigi. Anya Taylor Joy was a little weird because every time she talked, I just heard Anya Taylor Joy and I thought about her other performances. So she didn't. I don't know. If she really fit Princess Peach too well, but I don't really know who would exactly. I wasn't complaining about that. Jack Black really stole the show. He really killed it as Bowser. He was probably the perfect choice.
Yeah, I was really confused when he was cast, but I thought it worked out pretty well. Seth Rogen was kind of weird.
Yeah, he did fine. I
It was
guess.
just Seth Rogen though. It wasn't. It didn't really feel like. Well, I guess I don't really
Yeah,
know what
like
Donkey Kong's like character is. I don't think he really talks at all that much. But
he just makes noises, so it's just kind of weird that he just voiced by Seth Rogen in this movie. Fred Armisen voiced Cranky Kong, and he didn't sound like old or like a king or anything. He just sounded like a guy. Like that was the voice that really confused me. I was like, what is it supposed to be? I thought Toad's voice was perfect. I think Keegan Michael Key. If you're gonna make Toad a character with dialogue, I think they did that just fine.
yeah, fuck. What was I gonna say? Is it so? Let's just go through the movie a little bit. So the plot points of them like in the real world, is that like actually Mario's background? Because I never knew.
Well,
Is he actually
so
just get sucked in a pipe in the main games? Is that how that works? Do they ever explain that?
not really. They kind of have to connect dots a little bit. See, because in some Mario media, in like shows of the past, like Super Mario Bros. Super Show and some other stuff, like they live like him being from New York has always been kind of like a thing because he was a carpenter turned plumber. Foreman Spike as a character it was like a real character because in the original Mario Bros. Situation, uh, Foreman Spike was like he was like the villain in the Wrecking Crew game, which Mario appeared in. And when he was Jumpman, he was a carpenter. And then that was always believed to just be in New York. But then he just kind of shows up in the Mushroom Kingdom when they do the Mario games in the Mushroom Kingdom. So you have to connect the dots a little bit. So like he's Italian that lives in New York. So that's always been established. It's weird because it's so like it isn't really too concrete. So this movie kind of had to set up a little bit. I mean, the way it did it was fun. That first scene where they're like plumbers and they like have like a war with like that dog in the house. Like I was really kind of confused by that.
Felt like Secret Life of Pets, but it was kind of funny. That was like the biggest joke that I think people laughed at. Besides every time Jack Black spoke.
Yeah. It seemed to have been kind of a hit for some reason. I don't know. It was just kind of weird because it was.
It's weird because like I hate
New York,
Illumination films, but there's so many people that just love Illumination and like their style of humor. It's kind of ridiculous.
I know, considering that all of their movies,
They
their
like
best
literally
movie,
like yeah, I thought about it, and the last Illumination film I like even remotely liked was the To Speak With Me 2, and that was literally 10 years ago, and they made like 12 films since.
yeah, the last one I liked was literally the first Despicable Me. Like, it's the only other one that I would even say is decent.
Yeah, I don't really like any other movies, and like also a lot of their movies are really boring. So I was like, really, you're gonna give them a Mario movie? I can definitely tell Nintendo really like made them do everything they wanted. I'm kind of surprised Nintendo just didn't like make it themselves. I mean, nothing could have been worse than that '90s one, which I have not seen, thankfully. You have though, haven't you?
Yeah,
That one's really bad,
I've seen
isn't
it.
it? It's
I've
the
seen it a
same
couple
plot too,
times.
isn't it? They get sucked to like a pipe from like New York. That's why I was like a little scared at first.
Yeah, that original Super Mario Brothers movie from the '90s was was hilariously bad. I always loved the story because Bob Hoskins played Mario in that movie, and I always loved the story that like he didn't actually know anything about the Mario games. Like when he took on that role, like he didn't know anything about it. And then like a couple years later, like his son had shown him the games or whatever, and like he just had this moment of like, what have we done? What did we do? He's like, what is wrong with us? Why did we make that absolute abysmal movie? Why did we do that?
Yeah, what the fuck was that? Well, the first issue is why would you make a live action Mario movie? I swear to God, in 20 years later, they're like, we're making a live action remake. I kill myself. What if Illumination? What if Illumination starts doing live action remakes?
I hope I'm dead before that happens. Genuinely,
Same.
I don't want to live in a world where that's the case. I don't.
Live action Minions.
No, oh my god, it sounds.
Just get Danny DeVito to play them all.
Dude.
Banana. I'm literally writing the script right now.
You just said banana. That is the whole script of like any Minions, bro.
That's the
banana.
Minions. That's the two Minions movies. Literal script is just says banana. Funny thing happens.
I never saw Rise of Gru, thankfully.
What? You never saw it?
I mean, Danny DeVito should have voiced Wario.
Yeah, I guess Jack Black said he wants Pedro Pascal to voice Wario.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I think he has a little bit of a not that voice. They could just get the actual voice actors too. That could also work.
Well, that's the thing. Charles Martinet he made a cameo in the movie. He plays Giuseppe, who was supposed to represent like an old Mario design type character, and he also played like I guess minor spoiler, but they have like the brothers have like a full family and in New York, and Charles Martinet plays the dad who's like not supportive of their plumbing dreams or whatever, because that was really weird. But like he's voiced Mario and Luigi and Wario and a lot of other characters for just years, so it just would have made more sense just have him voice them.
But money. I'm just kidding.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess I get it. I guess. The aesthetic was a little weird because because New York, which is supposed to be like, oh, this is just the real world, but it's animated. But Mario and Luigi are dressed like they're dressed like video game characters. It's like, why are you wearing all red and a hat that has the first letter of your name on it?
Even as babies.
Yeah, and then just all the time. I mean, it would have been weird if they would have worn normal clothes, but it's just if that's what you're gonna do, it just makes it a little bit off-putting. Not that it's too much of a problem because it all looked fine.
They're just
and
quirky.
It just finds like two better.
They're just quirky gamer boys.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, pretty much any bit where Jack Black was doing like any sort of comedy on his own is pretty funny. Pretty bare bones plot here, which was expected. It's like basically just adapting the first few Mario games story wise.
I mean, the whole movie is just.
It's literally.
I saw this post. I saw this post the other day, and it was like, remember, if you're gonna be critical of Super Mario movie, remember that it's made for kids. And I was like, I have a lot of problems with this. First thing, if a movie's made for kids, that doesn't mean it's not a movie. That doesn't mean it's not subject to criticism. That's not a thing. That makes no sense at all. Whenever people say that, it drives me crazy. It makes me so upset. Second thing, the whole movie is clearly, completely and utterly geared toward the nostalgia of people who have played the games. Like, that is 100% what it is. And it's supposed to be a kids movie that does that. And movies can appeal to multiple types of audiences. That's just how that works. And that's literally what this is. It's an Illumination movie, so it's for kids. And then the entire movie is just to fit as many possible references and jokes and little details that have to do with the Mario games. And they did that, and there were so many things that I enjoyed, so many little knickknacks and things that I was like, okay, this is really cool. There's a lot of detail, and it makes sense.
Yeah, they oddly made Yoshi like a post-credit scene reveal for some reason. I don't know if you stayed for the post-credit scene.
Yeah, we didn't, but I knew about
Yeah,
it.
I didn't either, but I heard
I
about it. I was like, I'm not sitting through for just Yoshi's Egg. Um,
Yeah, that's how I credits. There's a Yoshi's Egg in Brooklyn for some reason. I saw that Instagram page we talk about, which is now Cinemecca 2003 or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Hopefully, we can get him on the podcast one day.
No, but anyway, he made a post that he was like huge spoilers. He was like 3 pages. And the last one, it was like it referenced. I think it was the Godzilla from '98, where it showed like an egg in like New York or whatever. And it was like, do you see the similarities between this and the Mario movie? And I'm like,
It's a fucking egg.
what? Like why? Like why are you even
Let's not even talk
like
about
why?
the fact that that Godzilla egg was like, wasn't it like in like it was like in like the whatever the big garden is in New York,
Yeah,
because that was a plot point that I hate. Like, no offense, that guy's account, but he draws the most obscure parallels I've ever seen in my life.
it's just so weird.
He's like, 5 reasons why Citizen Kane is better than Grown Ups 2, and 5 reasons why.
It's like happy 33-year and 2-month anniversary to Godzilla 4.
It's been 967 days since Scream 5 released. Let's celebrate. I mean, he has more followers than us now, I guess. I guess people like him more.
Hey man, it is what it is. If that's what he enjoys doing, it's all good. It just comes off as super weird to me, but
It's pretty.
definitely
It's pretty
enjoyable.
funny
I
when you
follow
send
him.
me some of this shit. It's like 5 reasons why Predator is better than Godzilla '98, and it's like we mean every part of that film is better. Yeah,
It's like, which is the better movie of 2012? Is it Sharknado 16 or The Babadook 4?
oh yeah, those are the ones that it was. It's like, what was like the best film of like 1999, and it's just like Titanic or Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2,
Yeah, that's.
and it's like what? But anyways,
But
the
yeah,
Super Mario Bros. Weren't even super until the last 10 minutes.
yeah, like it's so like the pacing of the movie is completely is it's like it's
It's
completely
very weird.
off.
It's
Like
literally it's such a
I
tight hour and
understand.
a half.
I know. I understand the critic response because like if you go into the movie, it's just thing happens, thing happens, thing happens, go go go, another thing, another thing. Nothing really gets set up. There's no real exposition that isn't also advancing the plot. And
Yeah, there was
characters are
only
introduced like that, like bang bang.
2 points of the film where like it actually slowed down and like you just like talked. It was like when Peach was training Mario and like when Donkey Kong and Mario got like lost or whatever. And
Yeah.
that was actually a really funny line when he was talking about his dad being disappointed in him, and Mario was like, "My
Oh,
dad's disappointed too." He's like, "Well, your dad's right."
because
I was like,
he was like my dad only thinks I'm a joke, and he was like, yeah, well, my dad thinks I'm a joke too. He's like, yeah, well, your dad is right.
they just yeah, they did have a good little dynamic there. I thought. I don't know if I want an entire Donkey Kong movie though, which I think is being made. If I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Seth Rogen's gonna get that working. He's got his own Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie coming out this year, which looks like I'm gonna hate it. So that's exciting. Got to have his Donkey Kong universe, you know, where Fred Armisen plays Cranky Kong for some reason, and you know,
Yeah, they showed Diddy Kong for like 2 seconds too, and I was like,
and
okay.
then it was like Diddy Kong. He was next to Dixie and Chunky, and I was like, oh hey. And I can't believe they went the whole time and they didn't even show Funky Kong, and I was pissed.
I didn't know there were so many Kongs.
There's a lot.
I
There's a
didn't.
lot
I
of
don't
Kong.
know a lot of this lore. I just play a few of the games. So
Oh, and it played the DK rap. Like the DK rap was in the movie.
it's a shame to make it live action Sonic movies because it would actually be pretty cool if they could have done like Sonic and Mario animated movies and like had them cross over.
That'd be cool. Also, another quick side note: I saw a lot of people saying, "Yeah, the Mario movie was all good or whatever," but I don't think it comes close to the Sonic movies. And I'm like I don't understand why people think the Sonic movies are good when they're not.
People really like the
I
last
know.
one with Knuckles. I don't know why. I never saw it, but
Like I don't. I don't understand the appeal with those. I don't know why people like them because I think that they're very not good. I'd probably give them both like a 4 out of 10. But whatever. I digress. Um, the it seems like there's probably going to be a Nintendo movie universe because they had like the opening of the movie because they played the Illumination thing, and then they did like a Nintendo thing, and it didn't say Nintendo Studios or anything, but it said Nintendo, and it's like, well, no, if they're doing like an opening card for Nintendo, they might actually make other Nintendo movies. I know somebody was saying they're going to do a whole Nintendo universe and then eventually have like a Super Smash Brothers crossover, and I was like, that I don't see happening, but it definitely could.
I feel like the most likely thing is I think they might do like a Zelda movie next. I mean, obviously they're gonna do another Mario movie because it's made like fucking $500 million already, apparently. So
Yeah, it's killing at the box office.
yeah,
It was a Wednesday release in the United States, which is weird. I don't know why.
it was. I thought it was Friday.
No, it came out on Wednesday because we went Thursday night and it wasn't opening night, which is weird because like movies don't do that very often. Like Godzilla vs Kong was also a Wednesday release, and I'm just like I don't know why that just happens sometimes.
I think that one was like around Memorial Day weekend though, and also it was like COVID. So I don't think they didn't know what to do with that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when they do it on Wednesdays, it's like, why? It's like the middle of the week. Everyone's at work. Everybody's just like, let's just go see a movie tonight, and then go to work right in the morning.
Yeah, like most movies are released on Fridays for a reason. So I don't really understand that. Oh my gosh, it's already made 250 million domestic.
It's made like
almost $500 million worldwide. Jesus.
Illumination be killing it, bro. Despicable Me 5 is announced, bro.
Of course it is.
No. Didn't like the last Despicable Me movies make $1 billion anyway? Like they just make $1 billion. It's weird.
They make a ton of money. The Minions are such a driving force for some reason because they're so horrible and annoying.
I mean,
I genuinely can't explain it.
Put me in a room with a Minion, bro. You're not getting the Minion back.
I'd love to go back in time and eradicate the Minions from existence.
Did you also love the torture scene where it's like, oh, reveal this information or I will pull a single mustache hair?
Yeah.
Such fucking torture, bro.
That's pretty perfect, Luigi. Literally, he was like, I'm gonna rip off your mustache. And he's like, no, okay, I'll tell you. Even though I just said I would never tell you.
Charlie Day be like...
And then Bowser's like, yeah, we're just going to kill you in front of your brother and see how tough he is. It's like, whoa, dude.
Bowser really wanted Peach. They never really said why.
I mean, they animated why, bro. Were you watching?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's just a simp. Bowser's just a simp, bro. He's just a simp.
Peaches, 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 peaches.
I wonder who's going to play...
Jack Black wrote that song, and he's definitely going to get nominated for an Oscar for it.
Hopefully he wins, because that'd be hilarious. Because he would definitely do like a live. He would do a live performance on the Oscar.
That would be amazing. That would make me really watch the Oscars next year.
And then Will Smith would come up and punch him in the face or something. Let's just change the Oscars where it's literally just we put a bunch of actors in a room, we tell them to fight, and whoever wins gets the award.
That would get crazy ratings. They should do it.
Yeah, they should just literally kill actors. They should have a public beheading of Chris Pratt on the Oscars.
We'll get a new wave of actors every year. It'll be fun.
That's how it works. Oh my god, bro. Did you see that fucking Little Mermaid trailer? It looks so bad. It looks so bad. It doesn't even look good. The ocean looks fake.
As a joke, when we saw the trailer, they were like, oh, we gotta go see this. And I was like, I genuinely will kill somebody if they're trying to take me to this movie. I'm not kidding.
They have Melissa McCarthy as the villain.
It's gonna be so bad. It might be the worst one. I despise The Lion King 2019, and I think it's absolutely awful. One of the worst things that could have ever been done. And this one, I am confident in saying that I think it will be worse.
Yeah, but they're doing a Moana one like 6 years after the first one.
Dude, that is so stupid. When they announced that, and then The Rock was like, "Yes, we're doing a live action Moana." It's like, well, it's okay, cool, yeah. So you do like these nostalgia bait live action movies of people that love these 20, 30-year-old movies. That makes sense. Moana came out 7 years ago. 7 years ago. It's not an old movie by any means at all.
It's just because The Rock failed in DC, probably.
It's probably just The Rock's ego. He's just upset that nobody cared about his stupid Black Adam movies. Now he's like, oh, now we have to do this. Because remember when people liked me for doing this? Now we have to do this.
Yeah, he's going on his downfall because he left like Fast and Furious and stuff to do DC stuff, and then DC didn't work out, and now he's doing a live action film of a film he made like 6 years ago. And then
I know, everything was going bad for him in the movie business. That's why I thought he was going to return to WWE and fight Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, but then he just didn't return, and he's just still in a downward spiral of an acting career. Like, just come back to wrestling, bro.
Nah, he's got to do Jumanji 4 first.
You mean 3, and then 4.
No, there's 3 of them right now, isn't there?
Well, yeah, but
like the third one of The Rock's, yeah. It's so weird. It's like,
it doesn't make sense.
It's not like I even like Jumanji, to be honest. The Mario movie. I did like the ending because it surprisingly wasn't revealed in the trailer that they were just going to go to the real world at the end. So that was...
Yeah, I mean, that was fun. I kind of picked up on it eventually. I was like, yeah, they're probably just going to end up going back into Brooklyn.
I mean, I kind of assumed because it was just like, well, why are you showing it? Like, out loud to people?
It was like they're going to go back into Brooklyn and then they're going to fight at the end. And then they literally did it. He was like, oh, this is what I said.
It's almost like it's really great writing. Just kidding.
Which, yeah, but that was fun. It visually looked great all the way throughout all the stages of the movie. The story, I gotta admit, if there wasn't Mario characters attached to it, I would have probably hated it because it was very generic, very bare bones, very run of the mill. That seemed pretty lazy. That seemed pretty lazy, but it's hard to call it lazy when
And Mario doesn't really have much of a story, does it? It's kind of basic story anyway.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like, the care that was paid to making it a gold mine of references and Easter eggs to the Mario franchise.
Oh, we didn't even mention the fucking music.
I know.
The music was great.
I genuinely almost put a tear to some of the music because I love Mario motifs. I love the franchise, mostly through the music. There's so many songs.
Yeah, the composer did a great job. He did a really good job, yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely love it. And, it was used so well. Every time a moment hit where I recognized a song, I literally got so happy. In the credits, they played Dusty Garden Galaxy, which was, amazing. That's, my favorite Mario song ever. So, I'm being handed pizzas right now. I don't.
You're eating what?
That's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of Domino's. I don't know what. Hashtag not sponsored, but...
I'll put them in the hashtags. Just so they can copyright the video.
I don't know why this happened, but the music was incredible. It's only incredible because it was pre-existing music. But that doesn't change the fact that it was incredible, so...
Yeah. Yeah, the plot was pretty bare bones, but I'm kind of assuming they just did this to be safe, because they'll probably do more expansive stuff, I'm assuming. I'm assuming they want to do a trilogy, at least, of Mario movies.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if they didn't do any more. It definitely seems like they're going to.
Well, they're doing a Donkey Kong movie, so they'll probably do Mario 2, to be honest.
Yeah. Which, I mean, we haven't even seen Wario and Waluigi yet.
That they definitely need to be in the next one, because I'll be pretty excited for whoever they get for them.
Yeah, especially Waluigi. I'm really curious to see what they do for that.
Probably Steve Buscemi.
Anyway with Yoshi, so
Yeah, Yoshi would be cool. Even though they like showed Yoshi's in the movie, but then like I guess there's like a specific Yoshi that we should be worried
Yeah,
about. I don't know.
it seemed like they went through like a Yoshi area when they were on that like montage of
Yeah, but they
traveling
didn't
through all this.
acknowledge it. They just like passed by it.
Yeah, there were just some Yoshis running in the background, which they also they brought up all like showed those kingdoms on the map. I thought they were gonna like go through them a little more, but they just gave them each like a few seconds, and then they went to the Kong Kingdom.
Yeah, and I'm assuming they'll introduce.
Also,
Isn't there? They'll introduce
what was
what?
what was with the licensed music choices? Like
Yeah, what were
like
they
what
again? I kind of forgot, but they were kind of
like
weird.
the opening scene, No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Like okay, you're literally in Brooklyn, and I love that song, but that doesn't make sense. But that was a great moment when they were running through what was literally the first ever level. Like it was like a shot for shot. Like that was a great detail. But No Sleep Till Brooklyn was playing. Like come on. And then when they entered the Kong Kingdom, they played Take on Me. Like why? Why did they play Take on Me? And there were some other ones of like licensed music, and I was like, what is happening?
That's elimination for you.
If it would have, yeah, it would have just all been Mario songs and themes, it would have been much. But
Yeah, the music was quite off in some points. I'm assuming they'll introduce the other two princesses because doesn't Daisy date Luigi?
like, yeah, that's like, yeah, it's never explicitly said, but it's technically canon. Plus, if they wanted to go like the Galaxy route, there's also Rosalina because they did show the Luma, that like Luma character, but they just wanted to die the whole time.
Yeah, I need to go to the bathroom real quick, so I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Okay, I'll talk about Mario. But yeah, the license music was pretty frustrating. All in all, I was talking about the music a lot, but I really loved it. When I played Justin Garden Galaxy theme, the underground theme when I first went in, you heard the da 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 da, like that was so great. Obviously, Jack Black wrote his song. I love Jack Black. He really did do that perfectly. I don't think there's any voices that I forgot to talk about. Keegan Michael Key was good as Toad, and I couldn't even really tell that it was him. Like honestly, uh, there were just so many moments that were so satisfying in so many ways. And I just couldn't help but just smile throughout the entire thing. It was so enjoyable. It was great to watch with friends. The the story really did leave a lot to be desired, but in a lot of ways, I mean, that's what's to be expected. There's not too much. There's not too much to like really write home about as far as Mario's story goes, anyway. So I was definitely mostly okay with it. Uh, Personally, objectively, it had a lot of issues. I enjoyed the score. I don't. It's such a wave of nostalgia. It's hard to look at it from a critical perspective. Like, because I love the music, but was it all used appropriately? I would say, as far as reference wise, but like narrative wise, I'm not sure. Um, really lacking in a lot of those like major important moments. Like, it's just something because like there's no real like reason to care about a lot of like what's happening character wise if you don't already know the characters. Like non Mario fans would would not like this movie because there's nothing about it that's special that isn't related to Mario, you know, and it's just it's a little weird to consider considering the fact that there's so much to that. There's so much that they're that goes into making an adaptation of a video game into a movie. There's so many that have failed. Obviously, that's a pretty commonly believed idea, and it's true. that most of them have been terrible. Is this the best one? It's probably my favorite, I would say. Um, I don't know if it's objectively better than the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I mean, it's not good. I don't know people act like it's good because it's really not that good. But um, inevitably, I knew I was going to enjoy this movie, and I went into it knowing that. And
Arriving at the
as you know,
Mario
when it's
function be like.
when I'm at the function and I'm playing the Mario movie, I'm like, oh, the nostalgia is just so strong.
Any party would be better if they just had a Mario soundtrack playing in the background. Changed my mind.
I don't want to change your mind because I agree with you.
Just specifically the underwater music. I always like the underwater music.
Yeah, that's fair. It's good.
They didn't
There's
explore
just so
that
much.
either, even though they had an
So much.
intimate scene of Mario making out with a fish, which I was a little uncomfortable with, but here we are. Also, why is Mario so
Yeah.
short? And like, is Peach a human? Like, why is she so much taller than Mario? Why is Mario so tiny? How are they gonna fuck? I'm so confused. Do they have kids in the games? Like, do they ever have kids?
Um.
Does he not lay any pipe at all?
Well, no, I don't think so.
Doesn't Luigi have a kid? How old?
No.
If
No,
I
there are
look
no
it up,
kids.
if I look it up right now, it says yes.
I'm pretty sure that they've never had kids. Any of them. That'd be a little weird. There'd be a lot of questions with that.
What?
Um.
It looks like there might.
What? Well, I mean, Cranky Kong has kids. See, because in the games, it's always been believed that Cranky Kong had Donkey Kong Jr., and then Donkey Kong Jr. had the modern Donkey Kong, but the modern Donkey Kong was like the son of Cranky Kong in this one. So unless like they always just become Cranky Kong when they're older, I'm not sure exactly how that works. I wish there would have been more of the specific Kongs, but it looks like they're just gonna do a movie for that. So
Yeah, which isn't a bad idea. I wouldn't mind if they did some like spin-offs, I guess, if they wanted to expand other worlds, because I'm assuming they'll probably stick to like a pretty brisk runtime for Mario movies. Um, which I guess makes
yeah,
sense because the whole,
I'd be
even
shocked
literally in the
otherwise.
games, there's always a time limit. So it's just like, yeah, that the game itself is always pretty breakneck pace. I hope they have more power ups because I like the ones they show. For some reason, they use the cat one, which I don't really care that much about. But I liked how they used. I liked that the fire flowers and like the ice flowers, like they were literally like flowers in the world. I don't know. I just kind of like little details like that. Um, I thought the star was pretty well utilized at the end because that's a pretty cracked power that if they just like had that like available like just willy nilly, it'd be pretty um what's the word plot convenience.
Yeah.
I think they used did they use the acorn one? They did some flying one they used. Oh, what's it called?
Oh yeah, they had
The
the
leaf.
Tanuki suit
The
was
leaf.
awesome.
Yeah, they had the leaf.
Yeah, the super leaf.
Yeah, that was cool.
Which because he became a Tanuki, but he didn't actually do the Tanuki like the statue thing, which I thought it'd been cool if he would have done that. But
Yeah, and
and
then
they showed the super cape from Super Mario World in like the like video, like their plumbing business video. They're like wearing capes because they're the Super Mario Brothers, and it was the cape from the super feather.
yeah, they also. What was I gonna say? I want them to use more power ups in the next one because I feel like they didn't use a lot of them. They used the mini mushroom, but it wasn't like the tiny blue mushroom I'm used to. Was it like originally a different one?
For the mini mushroom,
Yeah.
yeah, it's always been a tiny blue mushroom,
Then why was it different in the movie?
wasn't it? Wasn't it a small blue mushroom in the movie?
I thought it was like a regular sized mushroom.
It might have been.
I need to look this up.
It might have been said it was blue, so then I knew immediately that it was a mini mushroom, and then he got small, and I was like, oh, that's. And they all laughed, and then they did Cat Mario, which I was not expecting them to use. I don't know if that was in any of the trailers. I didn't think it was, but
I think it was, but I was like, I don't really care for that too that much. It's fine though.
and he was like, "Oh, my cat!" Then he just beats a gorilla.
I want him to like do the flying mushroom and the giant mushroom and
Yeah, the giant mushroom would be cool.
yeah, I'd like the penguin one maybe. Um,
Just penguin suit Mario. He's like, look at my penguin, and he just slides down a hill.
yeah, I feel like they could do a cool little action sequence with that. Um,
The best part was when Mario said it's Mario time, and he
they
just
never
Mario
brought
all
up
over everything.
they never brought up one ups. I'm assuming they don't want to do that. Because that if any character dies, it's just out. Um,
Yeah, they might do a thing relatable where like Luigi dies or something, and then or like Mario dies and Luigi gives him a one up, and then he just comes back to life.
it's like, oh, we could use this the entire time.
And then Mario's like, dude, I hate mushrooms. I don't know why they did the whole Mario hates mushrooms.
Yeah, when they did that immediately, I was like, bro, are you for real?
He's like, oh, mushrooms, really?
To be fair, I don't really like mushrooms on my pizza either.
I mean, who does? Some people, for some reason, I don't know what. I don't like it.
I like my meats in my mouth, personally.
Oh,
I am in the closet.
again?
Usually. I'm actually recording from in my closet right now.
Oh.
The theater was fucking packed for this too, bro. Because I didn't know it came out on Wednesday, so I thought we were going like opening night or like opening weekend because we went Saturday night and it was so fucking packed. So many people. Glad to see the theaters are doing well though.
Yeah, we went on Thursday night at 9 p.m. and it was almost a full theater.
Which theater did you guys go to?
We went to Altoona Cinemark.
Yeah, that one's pretty nice. I keep forgetting South, which is close, so like going to a movie in our hometown is now like a 30-minute fucking exercise to get to.
Yeah, no matter where you go, the closest AMC is literally in Johnston.
They need. I hope they probably.
It's like
I'm hoping they'll put one there because not only did that one close down, but then like the really classic one near my house also closed, which was really nice inside because it was like an old timey one. Yeah. It was literally the theater.
Yeah, I'll do my favorite one to go to. So.
Yeah, because that theater by my house was literally open when my dad was a kid because that was where he saw Jaws in theaters when it came out, and I was like, it's been around that long.
Wow.
He's like, you saw Jaws in opening weekend there?
I'd love to go to like a truly vintage movie theater, like the oldest one I could go to. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, there was one in my grandma's hometown that would only play one movie like every 2 weeks, which would fucking aggravate the shit out of me because they would pick like the dumbest movies. It'd be like, oh, Pitch Perfect 3, and then 2 weeks later we'll have Fantastic Beasts. I'm like, great.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
And it's like, okay, we'll have Captain Marvel for 3 weeks straight, and then we'll have How to Train Your Dragon, by the way. I'm gonna kill myself. Trying to think if there's anything else. They make Bowser small and put him in prison. I'm assuming he'll probably just get out within the first half hour of the next one. So.
Yeah, I mean, they'll probably do something like they'll probably introduce like Bowser Jr. or like the Koopalings, and
they'll have to do the Koopalings.
And get Bowser a mushroom.
They'll need to explain that because who the fuck is Bowser Jr.'s mom?
Yeah, it's never been explained. Super Mario Sunshine, Bowser said it was Peach, so then he revealed that he was lying and that it wasn't Peach because how would that work?
Well, yeah, that'd be pretty fucked. That's like a little rape. Probably. I don't know. Yeah.
Most likely. I don't know how, like they'd have to, like, they would obviously not want to have to physically explain any of it. Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm interested in what they'll do for sure. I do hope for the next one, though, the plot's a little bit more, just a bit more than this one. This one was pretty basic, but I was fine with it, too, because it's, like, the first, like, actual Mario movie that isn't whatever that 90s one is, and it's hard to adapt a video game that doesn't really have, like, a story, really.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna do another one, I would hope they would do something a bit more, like,
plot-driven.
that's actually, Yeah,
maybe a bit
quadrilogy. That
longer.
actually has,
Yeah, no, just
maybe
yeah,
based on one of the Mario games that actually does have a story. Who knows what they would do, but
yeah.
I'm
Could they
definitely
do?
interested to see.
Do you think they'll do the thing where Mario's hat comes alive?
Maybe
Because
they might make a happy
I
story.
don't know how Odyssey works. That one's like really weird. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's just like he's just like a hat ghost that he possesses Mario's hat so that they can travel together because Happy's like female hat ghost is also like a princess that needs saving or whatever.
I could see them doing that
Honestly,
because it'd probably be a really good marketing thing. Because kids would fucking want every toy that. Maybe. But
yeah, like
yeah,
the Super Mario Galaxy based storyline. I mean,
I
they
definitely
might
want.
end up doing it.
Yeah, for the next one, I definitely want them to probably bring the other Koopas in. Definitely Wario and Waluigi is like at the top of my list. And if
100%. I
they can bring
really want to
another
see
one of
that.
the princesses in, like Daisy or something, that'd be cool. And then just like more of a focused plot, and I'd be pretty good with it. But yeah. Do you have anything else to say?
Honestly, if I could like just like thinking about it, which I assume it would be something that level of predictable, but I could probably like predict like the next movie would be like Bowser Jr. or the Koopalings break out Bowser, and Bowser kidnaps Peach and then leaves, and then Mario and Luigi and Toads have to travel and save her, and then Wario and Waluigi get in the way, and then they probably also introduce Daisy because Luigi only meets her along the way, something like that. It's probably exactly what's gonna happen.
If it
But
does,
then if
bro.
not, that would be cool.
Well, yeah, they probably will do that because that actually makes sense because then it would actually be kind of be the plot of the game where it's Bowser kidnapping Peach for the whole movie.
Yeah,
Which I'm assuming
right.
they'll have some
Which
sort of Peach storyline too. Maybe that's how they would introduce Daisy. I don't know, but yeah. Because
just
are
has
the
to be
princesses related
technically
at all?
kidnapping.
Are any of them related? Did they ever explain that? Because they randomly make Peach like an orphan in this one. I didn't know that was a plot point. Um,
Yeah, this because it's never really been established. They kind of just had to they kind of kicked it out there too.
which I guess makes sense. She's like the only human in this Mushroom Kingdom. I just like didn't like think that. I guess. Um, yeah, what the fuck are they gonna do for Wario and Waluigi's backstory? Are they gonna be like from the real world? They'll probably
I
have them
don't
be a
know.
rival plumber company to them in the real world, and then they'll come into the mushroom world, and that's how they'll be enemies for a while. That's probably exactly what they'll do. Oh my god. I'm literally writing this movie. We are writing this movie right now.
We're literally writing the movie right now.
Because I can just tell Illumination, they're not very smart. They're just going to do the basic stuff. Um, they're like, we'll just cast Kevin Hart as a bunny, and we'll do that joke for like 2 whole movies straight, and you guys will love it, right? Oh my god, bro. I just remembered. This was like a couple years ago. I remember, wasn't it fucking Sing 2 that Trinity kept trying to get you to watch? And I was like, well, of all the fucking movies, fucking Sing 2.
Yeah, like what? Like why?
It like came out like at Christmas too, and it's like, who wants to spend their fucking Christmas watching that? Christ.
Like come on, man.
I'd rather watch my asshole. Yeah, I'd just rather watch my asshole. Me hit the
That's
ass.
it. End of statement.
Yeah. But yeah,
Me when I'm at the function.
me at the asshole function when I'm looking at my asshole. But yeah, I mean, I give the Mario movie. I think I gave it
Anyway,
like a 3 out of 5. It's probably closer to like a 2.5 out of 5 though. I just really like the animation.
yeah,
To be honest with you. Uh,
it looks great. And as a Mario fan, I was really happy the entire time. Objectively, it's like I gave it a 5, which is probably honestly generous as a movie, as a narrative, but I just really enjoyed it. And that's just how it's gonna be because I loved watching it. It was a really good movie. Probably not, no, but but I loved it, and I loved the experience. So that's where that's gonna be for now. I'm probably gonna end up rewatching it, obviously. So, but that's where it sits right now.
Oh yeah, quick side tangent though. When they show him taking like the regular mushrooms that make him tall, I feel like that would be like excruciatingly painful. Don't you think? Your bones just like extending.
Yeah, that'd be a little weird. I don't know.
Because he didn't like say anything, but I was like, that looks fucking painful. I never realized how like painful to the human body that probably is.
Yeah, ow. Jeez, you're right.
Yeah, even shrinking too, I guess, but less so. But anyway, we're gonna talk about our favorite drug and also one of our favorite animals, cocaine bear. We're a little late. It's currently 9/11, which is pretty ironic considering this movie is a fucking disaster. Um,
Wow.
well, it's not a disaster. It's just not very good. I thought it was gonna be a lot funnier, but
Yeah,
it
I
was
didn't
just
know
kind
how
of.
I expectations.
I was just hoping it'd be like more like funny, and then there was just a lot of fucking people. There were so many humans. I wanted to fucking kill myself. There was like at least 5 different human storylines the whole fucking movie. I fucking hate when movies
I
do
know,
that.
it was a little weird.
And like half of them just die anyway, so it's like I don't care about the fucking druggies in the fucking bathroom going on a side plot for 20 goddamn minutes. I don't care. And then it's just like Margot Martindale's there, and the whole time it's just like BoJack. And then
No, me too. I was just thinking BoJack.
I was like, this is totally like how she acts in the show. So she is just who she is as a person. Did she die too? I didn't even remember. Did she live? I think she died.
She died,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly. I guess spoilers, but who cares?
This
Like
movie's like
literally,
2 months old.
here's the thing with Cocaine Bear. It's directed by Elizabeth Banks, which is the first red flag. For some reason, everybody I knew was like excited about this movie. They're like, "Oh my god, Cocaine Bear! It's a bear like this cocaine." And I'm like,
Yeah, but then nobody really talked about
oh,
it when it came out. I
oh,
was like, nobody saw this movie, bro.
yeah, no, not really. And then I got around to seeing it, and then I was like, yeah, I guess there's a couple moments that are kind of funny, but other than that, it's just kind of
I'm surprised this
people
is a
being boring
fucking.
in the woods.
I'm, su- yeah. I'm surprised this is a theater release.
I know, like, why, why?
The ending was
For
also
what
really
reason
bad because
was
they
it
don't
released
even kill
again?
the bear. Like it's just like they're like in a really darkly lit like cave, and like they say baby bears, and it's like, oh no, baby bears, we can't kill the bear that's killing us now. It has babies, and then like they just kill the bad guy who wasn't in the film for like the entirety of it to like the last like 20 minutes, and then they all just leave, and then it's just over. It was like such an anticlimactic ending, and it, like the movie's not long, but because there's so many humans just talking for the whole fucking thing, it felt like over 2 hours long, and I wanted to leave so bad. Um, yeah, I really didn't like this movie. When the more I think about it, like at all.
No, there wasn't. There really wasn't much to enjoy.
Some
It
of the
wasn't
some
as
of the
funny
bear
as
scenes
one
were
to me.
fine. Some of the actors were having fun. They have young Han Solo in here too. I guess this is what his career's come to. Um, yeah, it's also they really like said it was based off a true story the whole time when it fucking was not. The most funniest joke was that I think at the beginning they like talk about something and it says source Wikipedia. uh, do you remember that joke?
Oh yeah, that was so dumb.
Yeah, it was like really stupid. Everybody laughed at that, and I was like, "That's funny," but like, this has no correlation to the plot whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't really understand why people would have enjoyed this movie. I mean, like, it's not like offensively bad or anything, but there's really nothing about it that's
Well,
of
yeah, I
note.
went in expecting it to be like really fucking like stupid and funny, and like maybe like 10 minutes of it or like amusing, but like the bear's barely in it. It doesn't really act that much different of how it would in a movie when it's on cocaine. It just kind of jumps on things
No,
faster.
it's just the bear movie is really all it is.
Because all bears in movies
And
act already like
in real
really.
life, the bear ingested a bunch of cocaine and then like died like an hour later. So
Yeah, he just like was freaking out for like an hour, and then he like literally had a heart attack and died because he had like fucking like 30 pounds of cocaine or something. I don't know why he ate it, to be
yeah,
honest. I doubt cocaine tastes that good that you need to eat that much, bro. Um,
yeah, it was kind of weird of that bear. I wish I could question.
yeah, they stuffed him somewhere. He's in some museum. I think his name's Koki, something like that.
Yeah, the on Letterboxd, one of the custom posters is like Smokey the Bear, but it says Cokie the Bear.
How fucking original. Why wasn't that the poster? Because the poster of this movie sucks, like the main poster.
Yeah, it's just the bear.
It's just a bear in like black and white like design. I think I'd rather shoot myself than design that poster. Um, let's hope they make a part two though.
Elizabeth Banks wants to make a cocaine shark, I guess, which that would be completely fiction. So
Yeah, no, there was like a news story that like cocaine was dropped in the ocean, and like somebody made a joke that like a shark ate it, and then somehow Elizabeth Banks saw that tweet and was like, "All right, I'll make it done." Like that was like a pitch or something.
I saw
He was just making a
I said,
joke,
we'll do it.
and it's like nobody, no, we don't need a cocaine universe. That's literally just called the East Side. We don't need that.
She then decided to take the Twitter to be like, all right, what's the better movie of 2013? Batman: The Dark Knight Returns Part 2 or Texas Chainsaw 3D?
What? What the fuck did you just?
I can't wait for the whole the cocaineverse, where it's just a bunch of movies about animals on cocaine.
Oh, side tangent though. Did you see that fucking Penguin trailer?
What?
They did like a little teaser trailer for the Penguin show coming out from Matt Reeves.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's like officially filming and stuff. It actually looks pretty good.
Oh, that's cool. I'll definitely watch that. I want to consume as much media related to the universe as possible since I have to wait till 2025 for the next Batman movie.
Yeah, it comes out next year, so then it'll just be a year for the part two. Which they also announced the villain, which I never talked about that too. Clayface.
Yeah,
At least one of the
did know
villains.
that.
Yeah.
Let's see, Clayface, which like
It
it's
was. I
really
didn't expect
interesting
that, but I was
because
like,
like
this could actually be really good.
yeah, because how grounded and realistic the first one was. It's interesting that they're going with Clayface, so I'm really curious to see how they do it. I have the utmost confidence that it'll be well done. I'm just very curious about it.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be more grounded, but they kind of already like did a really grounded Batman with Christopher Nolan, so I don't mind if they go a bit more into like other Batman stuff. Because Batman's fucking goofy as fuck, bro.
That's true.
He has some goofy
But
ass villains.
I seen that thing that was like it's like modern Batman, and it's like the Riddler is gonna unleash like terrible toxins to destroy the entire Gotham City, and Batman has to struggle with his inner strife. And it's like Batman in the '60s, like Batman and Joker in a surfing competition.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Who will win?
Shark repellent.
Oh,
Just fucking kick it. It's a shark, bro.
I mean, if we're being for real, yeah, it is just a shark. What's the shark gonna do? Kill you?
Have you seen Jaws 4?
No, I have, unfortunately.
It's pretty solid. It's like a 7 out of 10.
What?
It's probably like a 1. If we ever start doing consistent uploads again, we'll do like really bad movies and just rant about it for an hour sometimes.
I'd love to do that.
All right, we'll start with shrooms. So
No, no, never mind. End it. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
you're required to do a rewatch though. So
No, no.
also Tommy said he'll join you.
Yeah, thank you so much for this whole shrooms thing, because now Mason and Justin constantly bring it up, and I cannot stand that movie or the thought of it.
They still bring it up, bro.
All the time.
Christ, bro. I honestly forgot about that movie until I just thought about it.
It was still in your mind, though. That's the important bit. because it'll never escape again. And we could just never watched it. My life would be 10 times better if we just would have never watched that movie.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, do you have anything else to really say about this movie? Because I don't really. It's just really bad.
Oh, no, it was just kind of bad. I gave it a 4 out of 10, I think, which is kind of generous. Not much else to say.
I mean, do you have anything else to talk about? Oh, did you hear that HBO Max is changing their name to Max?
Yeah, I saw it because they announced the Rick and Morty anime, and I was like, it's supposed to be coming out this year. And I saw the thing, and it was like Max, the streaming platform previously known as HBO Max. So it was like, on my phone, it still just says HBO Max. Like, why would it be changing to Max? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't think it's like effective yet. I think it's a little longer, but yeah, that's what they're calling everything now.
Like, what?
I don't know, because like it's called Max, but then like the slogan below it is like, "This is where you go to watch HBO." It's like almost you could just call it HBO Max. Netflix is now called Flix, where you can find nets. Peacock has changed their name to Cock, where you go to pee.
You can find food documentaries about peas on Cock.
Yeah, and they also the Harry Potter show that got announced too. It's so stupid.
Unfortunately, yeah.
They're using the same logo from the other ones, and it's like, then why are you just remaking it?
Yeah, like seriously, what's the point?
I'm so sick of these fucking remakes, bro. They're remaking Lilo and Stitch. Like what?
Yeah, why are they doing that?
It's live action too. Like who gives a fuck? That I like the animation of that movie. Can we just not do that?
Absolutely not. One thing's for sure, and one thing will always be for sure. When it's time to charge in a battle, you have to say, let's go. Hello?
Yes.
You still recording?
Yes. Sorry, I was just texting
Okay,
back.
so,
What were you saying?
okay. I just wanted to make sure my let's go thing was well heard by everybody.
Yeah, I heard it. It's pretty great, actually.
That's it. I saw a Letterboxd review and it was like, bro really said let's go, skull emoji, skull emoji, skull emoji. Alright.
So you like dick in your ass, like actually?
Not at all, no.
I'm trying to think what else I've watched recently. South Park. There was a new season of South Park.
I was a new South Park season, and it was
pretty good. Really short.
Thanks to TikTok, the show was once again popular because everybody's watched it on TikTok. So then now they watched the new season.
Yeah, I know. Ellie's been watching a lot, so I've been catching up on some of it. It's a really good show, but like a part of it that I like is that it's so like long that if I watch the whole thing, I'll just like forget episodes. So like if when I rewatch it again, it's like, oh, I forgot about this episode.
I know, it's such an expansive and large.
So like jokes will hit like each time because it's like they're funny, but then like I kind of forget about them.
Yeah. There's so many moments that I catch for the first time on rewatches just because there's just so many. last night, and welcome.
Yeah, but I don't got much else if you just want to end it for the night. We'll try to do another one soon, though, here.
Yeah, I mean, if you enjoyed, you can like and you can comment your thoughts, and you can subscribe. We talk about movies, sometimes shows. We're very cynical. We don't like anything. We're just horrible people to talk to. So, if that piques your interest, be sure to give us a subscribe. See, look at that point. Isn't that incredible?
Like and fucking subscribe.